Dear husband, I really know you want to talk about this and you are just like, oh, I don't want us to fight. Can we talk about this? Okay, and you too, dear wife, you really, really want to talk about this. You want to make resolution. You want peace to reign in that home. But each time you sit down to talk about this particular issue, there is always a escalation, or this issue leads to another one, then leads to another one, then leads to another one. Yeah, then don't go away because this video is for you. In this video, I want to talk about a common marriage communication problems. Yes, my name is Odrayo Blessing, and I am still the face behind this channel. So I wrote down about 7 common marriage communication problems that I know that as a couple we face, or that I faced, or that I'm still facing, because of course I bring lessons out of my experiences and also others' experiences. So the first marriage communication problem is lack of active listening. Lack of active listening leads to feeling, our feelings being dismissed, or one party feeling unheard. Yes, we are human, and most especially women. We love to feel heard, to feel seen, and to feel valued, and not just through men alone. I think it's both gender. So the main issue why your communication with each other is never fruitful is because you two does not practice active listening. And when I say active listening comes with the following actions, maintaining eye to eye contact, not folding your arms, having the soft look, and having an open heart to do what? To hear what they are saying, to understand beyond what they've said or what they will say. You understand? That's active listening. It goes long way. And when you see that you want to have a conversation, probably you're so unsettled to even make the communication a smooth one, please don't have the conversation at that moment. So that will lead me to the second communication problem. Yes, the main reason why you've not resolved that issue, or one of the main reason. I have the second one. I wrote it: assumptions and mind reading. We are humans. We can literally sit down and assume a lot of things. One action like this from our spouse can result into 1,000 assumptions. Like, you can just think and think, and from your thinking you have assumed a lot of things, that this guy does not even love me. Why would he even do this guy? You have read their mind without even them open their mouth to speak. You understand? This is one of the several reasons why your communication has always hit a rock. There is no way or anything, and you've given up on communication. No, you're not supposed to give up on communication. What you're supposed to do is stop assuming things. Stop assuming they know what you need. Stop assuming this is what you should have done when you've not even spoken about it. Stop assuming their actions when they've not even said anything. I will just keep it short there. But you already know what I'm saying. Stop assuming things, Stop it, please. Stop. Like, they can't even read your mind. I think I've spoken about it some time ago about our spouse can't read our minds. Then I'll move to the third one, which is criticism and blame. Ah, among couples. And devil is a bastard. Once devil sees that there is a misunderstanding, there is a way it just bring in different thoughts from things that have gone, things that have gone way back, and then you start picking it up and start thinking, brooding, and then you be like, oh, you want to blame, you start blaming, start criticizing each other. And if you're going to have a healthy communication, and a communication that will bring resolution, you have to let go of criticism. You don't criticize your partner. You're not communicating to criticize or blame each other. Have that at the back of your mind. You're not doing what, you're not criticizing, you're not blaming, you're not attacking each other. Oh, you never do this. You always don't use those words. Don't make the other person defensive. Make the conversation smooth and open. And I'll move to the fourth one. I wrote here stonewalling or and withdrawal. You see, most communications that we have as couples, uh, let me just say, a lot of people don't have healthy communication. Some of us, we just sit down. You want to have this communication with your spouse. You already know what you want to do. You've already decided in your head that this is what you are going to do. So when they say let's talk, you're only sitting down there for them to talk. And so that it will not be like you had the stubborn head. But you already know that hmm, the silent treatment I'm going to give to this person, I'm not just going to talk to this person again. You already know your withdrawal method, everything. Please don't do that. If you are sitting to communicate, know that the end result of that communication is for what? Is for resolution. No stonewalling, no withdrawal, no silent treatment, just let it go. Okay? Sit down and communicate like an adult and like a child of God that wants a resolution, that does not want to criticize his partner or even blame anyone. You just want the old issue to die down and love each other again. Then I'm going to move to the fifth one, the poor timing. You want to have this communication. I said one of the wrong advices that seems good when we wanted to get married was that don't sleep without resolving an issue. It's a lie. Go to bed. Don't try and resolve it or do this or that. Don't even try it at all. There are sometimes that the argument is so heated and you guys just want to, just because you are this kind of person that can't keep wet in heart to bed, you feel so heavy and yet you feel like you want to talk about it. uh there are many times that I'm just not ready to talk about it because I'm still boiling. But when my husband, whenever he insisted that okay, let's talk about it, we just pack everything up. But the timing, if you just let the time just pass by, let the person just have the time to themselves, come back, probably worship or do this, they will be fine and you guys can do what you can talk it better. That is how to have a healthy communication. Don't wake people up very early and start having conversations that you know that it won't be beneficial to the day. And then I'll move to number 6, unclear expression of needs. Saying things indirectly like I'm fine when you're not. And I would like to chip this in for couples. When you've been with someone, you know how they behave when they're happy, you know how they behave when they are sad. And yet you're asking them, how are you? When you can see that they are not happy. So I would just advise that instead of saying, how are you? You've been together for a long time. Just sit down with them, cuddle them, talk to them, play with them. Then you can just say, I noticed that this so. Why still, to me, I feel like, are you trying to mock me when it's written all over me that I'm not fine? I'm your wife, you're my husband. Why do I need to hide, or do you still need to ask me, how are you? If I were to be your neighbor or even to be any other person, you could ask me. That's just my own mindset. Oh. It's just like me seeing my child and, they're just being nasty or cranky. You already know something is wrong with them, right? That's not their usual self. You could check their temperature, you could feel this. But spouses, we just believe you're an adult, you should be able to express your need. No, no. So I'm just saying that unclear expression of need, yes, you should be able to communicate your needs. And also don't let us still wait for them to talk. There are ways you can even make people talk without asking them, how are you? When you see people lost in thought, oh, I notice you're lost. Even I do it for friends, not just my spouse. When I notice that your mood is not okay or this, I just try to talk to you. Don't let me waste time and let me move to the last one, which is escalating argument. Small disagreement, you just want to escalate it. I want us to know that couples fight to win instead of fighting to understand. Um, if you are this kind of man that has this winning attitude, you just want to win, you can't be a husband though, because things will just keep escalating, all the small argument. And if you're also a wife that every day and every other day you have this domineering I say attitude, you just want to have a conversation to win and let your spouse feel so low or so diminished. That is not a good mindset, because the two of you have become one. If they feel less of themselves, then it automatically means you feel less of yourself. And that is why your communication has never had an edge. No, the main essence of communication is for the two individual involved to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel valued. Those are the end term, yes, the goals of communication. So why try to, make the other person feel less of themselves because you want to win an argument? So those are just the common marriage communication problems that I know that we have in marriage. um so please, if you have more, drop it in the comment section. If you also feel like probably I didn't expatiate more on any of those points, please feel free to also join the conversation in the comment section. And I just hope that we always have a way to have a good communication in her marriage, and you already know how to have a good communication. The main essence of that communication is not for you to win the argument. It's not for you to win. No, it's for the two parties to feel heard, feel seen, and feel valued, and also to increase the love in each other's heart. Have a proper timing. I mean, no poor timing. Don't communicate when you see that the other party is being stressed. Express your communication. Don't read their mind. Don't assume for them. Yes, don't assume for them. Practice active listening. Drop your phones when you are communicating. Why should you hold your phone when you are communicating with your spouse? If you've gone since morning and you're back, I think these are the things that it's to me, it just feels like this person has been the one you've been chasing right from your single days. Now they are with you. Just get bored, and it's okay for you to get bored, but there is always a way to spice things up, which means you are fighting for the love you have, or for the love you want. So this brings me to the end of this. I hope you learn one or two things, and I'm sure you do. And if you do, like the channel, subscribe if you haven't become a part of the family, and also share it with someone, share it, so that we all can learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care of yourself and have a healthy